Hi, everybody. Hope you are enjoying our weekend. I tell you what, today the low level moisture just stuck out there. And while I think on this Sunday it has been, mostly dry, it was the wording or mainly dry that I used. And that has turned out to be certainly a day with a few sun breaks, sprinkles, little spritzy showers. And the warm front that came in yesterday, very clearly, the low level moisture field never pushed out. And now that's kind of what we're seeing. We've got a decent weather system coming in tomorrow that will stir up the wind amongst other things. So that's my big story. I am the meteorologist Rod Hill from the Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington area. So we begin on the left with showing the cold front. This is tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. You can see the front just offshore from Astoria. This doesn't look overly impressive, but what you're looking at are the surface isobars, and they are packed somewhat. And it looks like this is going to give us at least a period of some noticeable wind tomorrow. In the morning here on the west side, and then going into the afternoon once you get out into the Columbia Basin. So the headline is this map on the right. The National Weather Service starting at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and going through 7 a.m. on Tuesday. So Monday afternoon, Monday night, basically. The lighter brown colors, which include Maupin up into Hermiston and Pilton, a wind advisory for west winds that could gust between 45 and 55 miles per hour. Now, this more golden color, which includes Goldendale and then also the Dalles in Wasco County, under a high wind warning, same time frame, but winds that could gust 60 to 70 miles per hour from the west. Now, back it up. This front coming into the coast tomorrow morning could very easily be some 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Astoria, for example. And it's at least possible that during the morning into the noon hour, we have a little period, maybe not little, but a period of gusty winds here in the valley where we have winds gusting between 30 and even as much as 40 miles per hour. So that's my big headline. A front coming in tomorrow, some rain with it, and we're going to get some wind, I think, with it as well. A quick shout out to the Momentous Wealth podcast. Listen on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. I will let you know, I don't think they've dropped a new one for about 2 weeks now, but they have a whole library of you to kind of browse through to pick investment topics that you want to learn more about. Listen on Apple Podcasts, listen on Spotify, the Momentous Wealth podcast. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get you going. So let's start with the wind if we can. This is tomorrow morning at let's see here, 4 a.m. This is 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. And where you see the green, let me move this up so we can see the legend. Where you see the green, these are basically 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. Okay. So this is what's going to be moving in to the coast tomorrow morning. There it is, possibly some 40 mile per hour wind gusts along the north coast. Winds noticeably breezy and gusty. This is showing you gust to about 20 miles per hour early in the morning here in the valley. And then here we are at, let's see, this will be 10 o'clock in the morning. Still a threat of 40 mile per hour wind gusts along the coast. Still blowing to at least 25 in the valley. And then we get going into early afternoon. Now the coast is starting to calm down because the front is past. The valley still breezy to about 25. But now notice out here in the East Gorge and the Columbia Basin, this is going into the evening hours. So now we've got this widespread area where it's going to be gusting to about 40 miles per hour or better. And then you can see these peak areas of the orange and yellow. That's where the winds could be blowing to more than 50 miles per hour. And that increases Monday evening. There's a 55 mile per hour wind gust south of the Dalles. This would be right about midnight, in fact, Monday overnight. And then going into Tuesday morning early at 5 a.m., still 40, 50, 60 mile per hour winds, potentially around the Columbia River and the Washington, Oregon border. While here on the west side, we've really calmed down, 10 mile per hour winds here in the valley and maybe 15 along the coast. Now, eventually going into the day Tuesday, everything really fizzles. But that gives you an idea what the wind fields are showing as this front moves into our area tomorrow morning and then out east of the Cascades tomorrow afternoon. Here's the way it shows on the future radar product from the National Blended Model. Tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., 4 a.m., pardon me, we fell back. I hope you remembered to set your clocks back 1 hour to Standard Time, 3:47 right now. Um, Heavier rain in yellow offshore, but raining early in the morning, Western Washington, Astoria. And then here we are getting into about 7 o'clock in the morning. Now light rain potentially picking up into Portland, coming down pretty good, the north coast up into Washington, Western Washington. And then notice this is 10 o'clock in the morning on Monday. Now the timing of the front comes into Portland right about noon. So 10 o'clock in the morning, we're right ahead of the front. We're right smack dab in the middle of the main rain band. And because it's a front, it's very possible that we do have a fairly solid rain band put together. But I will tell you, as impressive as this looks, the modeling is really backed off on total rain amounts, giving Portland, for example, about 15/100ths tomorrow. So we'll see. I mean, the imagery makes it look like we could get more like a quarter. Here it is going into the 1 o'clock hour. Now we're behind the front in the afternoon, and it's drying from the coast and the rain band pushing into the Cascades and then off to the east. And then behind the front tomorrow, we quickly go to scattered showers. So a period of fairly steady rain in the morning and then breaking into scattered showers behind that noon front into the afternoon. Okay, let's see what the overall flow pattern looks like. This is the European model, 500 millibar flow pattern. Here's that trough that brings us the wind and the rain coming in during the day tomorrow. There it is quickly passing. And as we go into Tuesday, there's this big ridge out here. This has been showing up for a while. The models like there being kind of leftover low-level moisture, and they like Tuesday being a lot like this Sunday has been. Some sun breaks potentially, but also the ongoing threat of a lot of low-level moisture with at least a chance of some light kind of spritzy rain showers or sprinkles. That's Tuesday, so we'll see. Now, as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, we get the, here's the ridge Tuesday afternoon. Notice this ridge kind of finally moves into our area on Wednesday. This is Wednesday afternoon. On Wednesday and Thursday at the surface, we get an east wind flow. So I've got potential fog Wednesday morning, but then east winds kick in, that clears us. And we could just have a beautiful sunny day on Thursday with east winds. They don't look overly strong, but certainly they could be gusty out near the gorge. And then we still have dry weather going into the day Friday. This system back here could actually bring us a threat of rain starting Friday night. And then we've got an ongoing threat of showers this upcoming weekend, it looks like right now, on Saturday and on Sunday. Now, I mentioned east winds, clearing skies. So I think it's possible we're going to see some temperatures very close to 32 degrees in the Willamette Valley Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, maybe Friday morning. This is Wednesday morning. This is 4 in the morning, and this is the Canadian model. And you can see the shows up mid to upper 30s from Salem all the way up to the Kelso Longview, about 40 at the coast, 20 to 23 over in Central Oregon, and some teens out across the east. So yeah, this definitely shows clearing taking place with some cold temperatures. Now, I think Thursday morning potentially could be the coldest of the bunch. Let's see. This shows a 26-degree temperature down in Marion County. It shows 30, 34, 36 in the Portland area, 32 up in Kelso. This is the coldest weather model I could find. I wanted to drive home that there's the threat of freezing temperatures, especially Wednesday and Thursday morning this upcoming week in scattered locations in the valley. And certainly the Canadian model agrees with me, so we'll see. And there could be cold temperatures again going into Friday. So it's that time of the year, you get an east wind, east winds bring drying air too, dry air advection. That lowers the dew point. And if you're in a spot with the dew point way down and you have clear skies Wednesday, Thursday morning, and you don't have much wind, you're going to be way down into the 30s, no doubt. Okay, real quick look at this afternoon. I mentioned there are some sun breaks, but there's also this ongoing sprinkle threat out there with some light spritzy showers. About the same, there's Tillamook from the Garrett by the Sea camera. There's out in Hood River, Cathedral Ridge Winery in the Gorge. Sun River's got some nice sunshine today. Camas breaking out some sun breaks. There's Indian Creek Golf Course out in the Gorge. I was playing golf at Elk Ridge Golf Course, which is this course here, earlier today. And boy, it was just a light rain storm out there with gusty west winds. So a reminder, this 18 to 19 live camera resort network is yours on my weather site, portlandweather.com, right here to check out and use as a resource. Okay, let's go around the horn. Medford. Tomorrow, front coming in, some showers expected. Tuesday, dry. There's that sunshine with the ridge. On Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with chilly lows in the 30s and the rain chance coming in this weekend. Pretty much what we just outlined. Here's Bend. 32 degrees Monday morning. A chance that there could be some light wintry mix of precip. The better chance of mazeable rainfall would come later in the day into the night, actually, into Tuesday morning. But that could be some snow sticking with a temperature of 27 Tuesday morning. And then there's the upper level ridge. Lows 26 Wednesday morning, but all sunny Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's over in Bend. Okay, up in Seattle, let's see here. Monday, rain with the front. Tuesday, a chance of some showers. There's the ridge Wednesday, Thursday. There's the showers picking up later in the day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It shows Seattle 39 Wednesday morning. Down along the coast, let's go South Coast, North Bend, 40s and 50s. There's the ridge, sunny skies Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Boy, and if you can get up to 60, 61, that'd be really great. I wonder what Astoria's doing midweek. 59, 61. Again, east winds, when they develop, mean that the coast can be as warm and sometimes even warmer than the Willamette Valley. So we'll see. And there's the rain this upcoming weekend. All right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and bring up my 7-day, courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros. I've got, we've had traces of rain this afternoon. The high is going to be 59 or 60. The rain likely in the morning, breaking into afternoon showers. The gusty winds in the morning that could be between 30 and 40 in the valley from the southwest. A lot of clouds Tuesday with at least a reasonable chance of some traces of rain around. And then we go all dry on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now you can make the case that there's a threat of a shower as early as Friday evening right now. But the bigger story probably is the dry weather Wednesday, Thursday into much of Friday daytime. I've got PDX at 39 and 38. If there's wind, remember if you're in a spot with east winds blowing, that'll keep your temperature up. Like maybe Trotto gets windy and they're in the 40s Thursday morning, while Hillsboro's calm and 34, 35, and it's freezing out in, let's say, down in Corvallis. Anyway, and then we have the rain chances picking up this upcoming weekend. So really lots of moving parts this week. I will be keeping you updated. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Make sure you're able to be notified. You'll get a notification when I post a new video. And for now, I'm Rod Hill, and I'll talk to you soon.